At launch we had 25 maps, and 2 years later squads and duos currently have 22. Oh, and solos isn't good either. So over the course of season 2, round pools have been getting worse. Immediately a lot of rounds were removed for no reason, like Thin Ice and Hexering. However, a lot of rounds throughout have been getting removed from bugs such as Space Race, Bean Hill Zone, Star Chart and more. And yes, Bean Hill Zone is supposed to be in there. And the next event, Masters of the Universe, will be making things even worse, but we'll discuss that later. For now, the current round pools. First off, solo show. So right now when you play solos, you have Cosmic Highway, Big Fans, Full Tilt, Leading Light, Party Promenade, Skyline Stumble, Space Race, Track Attack and Volleyfall, all being removed because of stuttering, crashes and that kind of thing. Or issues with flashing lights on the Switch version also. You also have Airtime, Bean Hill Zone, Bubble Trouble, Hoverboard Hero, Star Chart, Tiptoe and Tundra Run removed because of other bugs. So that's a lot of bugged rounds, but on top of that we have Bounce Party, Hexering, Hoops Legends, Rollout, Royal Fumble, Snowball Survival, Speed Circuit, Some Fruit and Thin Ice removed for no reason. So like, that bugged round list was absurd, but at least replace the rounds with some of those ones that are removed for no reason. Image credit to Damontail1 and all info is from FG Muffin, so go follow them on Twitter. Oh, and also with this list, just bear in mind that Team Games, Invisibeans rounds, as well as Pixel Painters and Tiptoe Finale are not included in that list because they're not in solos in the first place. So out of 77 maps in the game, and 61 are supposed to be in solos, only 36 currently actually are. Next, duos and squads. Long list here with a bit less of a fancy graphic. Bugged rounds, Airtime, Bean Hill Zone, Big Fans, Bubble Trouble, Cosmic Highway, Full Tilt, Party Promenade, Skyline Stumble, Space Race, Star Chart, Team Tail Tag, Tiptoe, Track Attack, Tundra Run and Volleyfall. The ones that have never been in squads anyway: Bounce Party, Button Bashers, Hoverboard Heroes, Leading Light, Short Circuit, Speed Circuit, Sweet Thieves, Tail Tag and Treat Thieves. Ones that are removed for no reason: Big Shots, Blast Wall, Block Party, Egg Scramble, Egg Siege, Full Mountain, Frantic Factory, Fruit Shoot, Gate Crash, Hexagon, Hexering, Hit Parade, Hoarders, Hoops Legends, Jump Club, Jump Showdown, Night Fever, Lost Temple, Pipe Dream, Power Trip, Roll 'em, Roll Out, Royal Fumble, Seesaw, Snowball Survival, Snowy Scrap, Stomping Ground, Some Fruit, The Swiveler, Thin Ice and Treetop Tumble. Forgiving the first two categories is fine, but you see how long that list is. I want to believe I made some mistake and let someone correct me in the comments, but I double checked and yet this list seems completely accurate. I want to go into more detail about why some of this is happening, but remember we still have the Masters of the Universe round pool to go over at the end, which will be worse than anything else we've had this season. So the main bugs are points not being scored, or the collectibles sometimes not spawning in hunt rounds such as Bean Hill Zone and Airtime, or the Twitch low gravity field flashing bug thingy that sometimes still happens somehow despite it being supposedly fixed like a month ago. There's also just some frame rate and crashing issues that have been emerging recently. Now all these bugged rounds could be returned whenever there's another update if they get fixed, but since Mediatonic isn't really transparent about any of that stuff, we don't know when that'll be. But about ones that got removed for no reason, that really is no reason as far as all of us in the community can be aware. Unless Mediatonic actually gives us a reason, I literally don't know. These rounds all work fine in customs and sideshows when they've appeared. Oh, but speaking of customs, a lot of the bugged rounds have caused half the custom shows to get removed, instead of just removing the affected rounds from those shows. So there's a lot less freedom with custom lobbies now, which really does suck. But I do still do custom streams sometimes, so subscribe, and also only 10% of people do. And I also make 4Gs leaks and news and stuff videos, so like if you want that, then yeah. I literally don't even know what's going on with this anymore though. I don't know why Mediatonic doesn't just listen or at least be more transparent. It seemed like they were going to be with this single tweet, but after that they just kind of stopped. Just keep running hashtag #Say4Gs and tell them how you feel about this kind of thing, because that's really the most we can do as a community. Maybe they'll listen, maybe they won't, who knows. Okay, Masters of the Universe, aka the Power of Bean Skull. This will be the squads round pool from November 3rd to 8th. Dizzy Heights, DoorDash, Full Mountain, Freezy Peak, Fruit Shoot, Hoopsie Daisy, Hyperdrive Heroes, Jump Club, Pipe Dream, Roll Off, Stomping Ground, the Slime Scraper and the Whirligig. 13 maps. Okay, it'd be insane for me to list the 64 ones that are missing, but if a round isn't listed there, then it won't be in squads during the event. Now luckily this is only 5 days and won't do anything to solos and duos, but this is still horrible, and one of the most important notes is only 2 finals, Roll Off and Full Mountain, which both require exactly 8 players too, and Full Mountain is the fallback round for this show, so basically if you end up with anything below 12 players, it's just going to end up being Full Mountain, with beans spawning inside each other if there's 10 or 11 players. Exactly 8 players only gives you a chance of seeing Roll Off, otherwise it's Full Mountain, and even with 8 players it's still like a 50% chance of Full Mountain. This is going to be a whole mess, and you have to play this show for the live event. FG Muffins made a whole blog about this round pool and what it was supposed to be, so I recommend reading that after this video. I'll link it in the description. Oh, and also, you know how I just said that show has 2 finals? Well, Duos currently only has 3. Hexaterrestrial, Roll Off and Tiptoe Finale. really not much better. It's possible to get Hexagon in a 2v1 or 1v2, but that's a really rare circumstance, of course, and that's a bug that's not intended. Okay, sorry for being negative about literally everything in this video basically, but there's no good way to look at this. You can spread some positivity by leaving me a like though. Oh, and another thing that makes the variety a lot worse that isn't directly obvious, but if you've played you'll definitely notice, any rounds that got new variations in Season 2 do not have their old variations available, so that just makes things all the more repetitive. You don't have that many variations available, it's all just like the hex tile spam and more low gravity fields and that kind of thing. There would at least be some replayability if all the variations were there. I seriously hate making these videos just to complain, but I want to keep you all informed and also help spread the message, because the more people know and complain, the more likely Mediatank is to listen. You can subscribe to stay up to date on this stuff and either click on the left for Season 3 leaks or right for Masters of the Universe event info. Just note that with that video the Roundpool section is outdated, I just updated it in this video I guess. Okay, bye.